Rated T for teen. In the WWE, superstars take to the skies. Predators stalk their prey. And attitudes get adjusted. But there are new superstars on the horizon, waiting to write their own stories. It's your world now. Your superstar. Your moves. Your story. Share your creations online for the world to see. WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2010. It's your world now.
Thank you, guys. All right, so as you saw in the trailer, our tagline is Your World Now. And really what that's playing on is that we can't deliver a feature sets or a game that everyone's going to love. We hope that our fans absolutely love our game, but we know unless we give them the tools to create their own game experience, they're not really going to truly enjoy every aspect of the game. And so a lot of our focus is on the creation suite or the creation tools that we offer our fans. We want them to be able to create their own game experience and customize their world to their liking so that they can play the game and be excited and happy about their creations and their experience. So as you see on here, it's your superstars, your moves, your story, and your community. It's all about the fans and the great creation tools that we offer them to go ahead and create their own game experience. So I'm going to go ahead and get into talking about the actual features that we have for this year. Just to give you a little bit of background on the franchise itself. Some of you guys might not be too familiar with it, but it's the 11th title in the franchise. So a very long-running franchise, one that we're very proud of. We hope for many years to come. It's developed by our awesome studio, Yuke's Yokohama. We love working with Yuke's. They're a great partner. They make a fantastic game, so we're proud to be associated with them. An important stat there is we're the #1 fighting game in North America. We've been running for a long time now, and an impressive stat is that we've shipped more than 46 million WWE games worldwide, which is a really impressive number, and it really just speaks volumes to the power of the WWE license and of this franchise that we're really proud of. And then also, just so you guys know, we're developing for the following platforms listed there: the Xbox 360, the PlayStation family of platforms, which is the PS2, PS3, and PSP, and then also the Nintendo, Wii, and DS, as well as wireless games. So it gives you a little background on the franchise. Like I mentioned at the beginning, it's your world now. That's our tagline. That's our theme of the entire feature sets. In the past, we've always offered great creation tools, but we're really taking it to a whole new level, an unprecedented level. We have the 4 C's up here: new creation modes, new customization tools, new content, and new community involvement. That's what this feature set is really all about. So instead of you guys sitting here staring at a PowerPoint and me rambling on, I'm going to go ahead and cut to a live demo so you can actually see our features firsthand. So we're actually going to start off in what we call the training facility, which is a brand new addition to this year's game. And it is an interactive tutorial, which is the first time we've ever had one in the game. And it actually doubles as our main menu. Brian, who's playing back there, can actually hit the pause button anytime, and the main menu overlay pops up, and so he can access any area of the game. But he can collapse it and get right back into our interactive tutorial. And what's cool and different about this is it's actually context sensitive. So as he's moving around the ring, depending on where he's at, a new prompt will come up that's related to where he's at. So it's not your traditional tutorial where we force you to walk through kind of a linear path to execute these things. It's actually more exploration. As he's moving around the ring, inside and out, he's seeing new tips pop up. So you see a tip pop up, Brian can execute that tip, and then what happens is a little check mark comes up, and that tip clears, and that tip won't be up there, won't pop up again, to show that you've executed that part of the tutorial. And so as you go on, there's over actually 100 of these control tips. And what's great about this is we want new users to be comfortable with the game, to be able to hop in here and not have the kind of frantic pace of a live match. so they can just go ahead and easily practice it here. But it's also really good for our experienced users who maybe need to brush up on some of our new controls this year, or more of our advanced controls that they didn't really even know about. As you see here, there's tons of different tips that are popping up. And at any time, Brian can pop up the main menu here, and we can pop into the training facility options. And there's lots of options here to customize your training regimen. As we go in here, you see the options. You can turn the training tips off if you don't really want to have those on. You can go ahead and adjust the AI setting. Right now, we have it on dummy mode, so you can just do whatever you want to your opponent in practice. But if you want to practice on different difficulty level settings, you can do that as well. And then momentum, if you want to go ahead and put onto a signature or finisher momentum level so you can practice each superstar's finishing moves, you can do that as well. So a great way to kind of practice in this. You can also take a look at the training checklist at any point and see all the different controls we have in there. You can see which ones you've executed, which ones you haven't seen yet. And on the right there, you can see kind of each state, the control. So it's a very long list, and it's got all the different controls in the game, and it's a great way to kind of practice and be even more familiar with the more advanced controls. Then we have some other customization you can do. You can select what superstar you want to be in this training facility, so you can practice with different characters, like in Chris Jericho, Undertaker. If you want to practice their abilities or their moves, you can do that. We also have help where you can check out how the abilities work and the attributes, that kind of thing. And then you can also reset the train tips. If you've completed it all and you want to do it again, or if you let the game sit for a week and you want to pick it back up, or you have a friend that's never played the game and you want to have them try it out, you can reset the tips. So it's a new way to do a tutorial, first time we've ever had in the game, so it's a nice little addition for us. Nothing too exciting that we're hanging our hat on or anything like that, but it's a very cool addition. It's something that we think new fans will feel comfortable with. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to some of the actual creation features I've been talking about. The first one we're going to go into is the Create a Superstar. We've had this feature in the game for a number of years, but this year we've completely overhauled it, and it's completely improved. I'm going to walk you through some of our major improvements. One of the first things is we really wanted to throw out all our old parts and create all new 3D parts. So every single part you see in there is brand new 3D parts. So no more ties attached to the body or necklaces that wouldn't move. Everything is free-flowing 3D parts, all brand new. So our fans will really like that. They'll have a bunch of new content for this year. We've completely overhauled the interface as well. Loading times are really quick. As Brian pops on different parts, you'll see that they load up really quick. There's no loading time. In the past, maybe it took a couple seconds to get a part up there, but now it's super quick. And so what we wanted to do is we wanted to go ahead and cut down the amount of time it takes to create these guys. We wanted to streamline that, make that faster. Some of the improved loading and some of the new interface changes do that. And then another big emphasis is just the quality of the CIS characters. In the past games, if you had both a created character and a WWE superstar in the ring, you could kind of tell them apart. We wanted to improve the quality so that they're on par with the superstar, so that when you see them in the ring, you can't necessarily distinguish the two. The quality is very high, so we spent a lot of time upping the polygon count for the characters and improving the parts so that quality really shines. And we have over 1,000 parts in this mode. Some very wacky things, a lot of things you can do to create comic book heroes, or if you wanted to create yourself, or you wanted to create wrestlers. Really, it's the sky's the limit. So your imagination is the only limitation really to this mode. And then the Create Superstar mode itself is just the most popular mode in our game. From the results, the data mine results that we get, Create characters are played 3 times more than the actual superstars, which is kind of an amazing stat, but it just shows how much the fans love this mode. We've also added a couple new customization options within this mode. You can also go in and change your burst screen pose. In the past, you just had kind of a static, generic pose or silhouette. Now you can actually set what you want your character to look like throughout all the menus. A small little touch, but something that adds a little bit more personality and character to your superstars. So that's the Create a Superstar.